I'm Chris and welcome to our channel. This is Split Arrow Farm, and today and the next week or so I'm going to be trying to get this stock tank into a pool. What I'm going to do is try and figure out the specifics of where the center of this tub is going to be. It's an 8x8 by 3 foot stock tank. I'm pretty sure they call it the Big Kahuna. It's going to be perfect for what we need. It fits around 4 people. However, it's going to be great for us to just, cool off on a hot summer day. Put your feet in there, get a floaty going, and just relax. Somehow my phone died, so you didn't get to see me struggling to take all these measurements one after another. But each of these stakes represent the location of where this is going to be a little miniature deck. You can see I did all my measurements and I placed the pool where I thought that it's going to look best, with the perimeter as the width that I want, 2 foot wide seating on this side, 3 foot wide on that side, so we can have storage, a 2 foot wide section so you can walk past on this side, a 4 foot side on that one to get through to the grill and move things around. Now what I have to do is going to be new to me, which is difficult. But that's all right. I have to level the land. My entire land is very rough. It's hilly. It's not level at all. So I'm going to try and use these. It's a level that you put on line from point A to point B. Once this is level, you know that is your flat land. So I'm going to try and do is dig down a little bit here and try and get a point of sight that I can dig and level everything out to. That's it for today. I just tore up. I got a center line right there. You guide me. I love this. This is what it's all about. You can see the big pile of dirt over there, and then when I've gotten rid of it already, that's just in case I need any in order to level it out more. But what I'm going to do for the step 1 is just, I marked off my my pit here. I'm going to dig it out further. I dug it out a little bit so far just to get rid of the grass. I'm going to level it to the eye with just the dirt. Then I'm going to take a piece of 2x4 with a level on top of it, spanning across the section to make sure that it's level. Then I'm going to fill with my my sand, a few bags of sand in order to get a little bit of maybe an inch of coverage, and that's just going to make sure that any of the divots are filled, and it's going to act as a good sound base. But we do have clay dirt here basically, so it should be much. This is the 3rd straight days of thunderstorms, so I'm going to try and get a little bit done before. So I feel like it's coming along. It's definitely leveling out. I think I have a little bit more on the top. I will have cut a piece of 2x4 to the exact size and then just move it. I'll get one steady line and then just move it along, straightening it out. But to just get a little bit clearer the picture of how much difference this is, I'm just going to use the level for just a rough estimate. So you can see pretty close to that bubble right there, and right there, very close. So this side is obviously smashed up, this side's packed down. The rain's definitely going to condense this, and then I'm going to come back with a tamper and tamp it down, deal with the deviations with the sand. So now it's raining. On the list of items you're going to need a tamper. All right, so our Zen garden's complete. Thanks for following. I'm just kidding, I just don't want to do this right now, it's so hot. That is my makeshift level. I have a very straight piece of 2x4. I put a the good old level on there. I don't have one that's 8 feet wide, so I'm gonna go with this. And then I just zip tied it so there's no obstruction, and then I'm gonna go level out a piece of sand and then try and, because the sand's gonna be a lot more malleable than the dirt is. We have hard clay here. And I'm just gonna move it around and try and get a level surface, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, get someone to help me pick up the tank and drop it on top. But one way or another, I'm getting it done. I grabbed more PVC because the measuring out with the levels, not doing it for me. I'm gonna bury some PVC. I'll level both of those, make sure that they're level to one another, and I'll just pour some sand as I need. So, try it out. I'm actually quite happy with that method. What I did was take a 3/4-inch PVC pipe, cut it to length, placed it down in the in the pit here. I held it down with some fabric staples, and then used a straight edge level to make sure that I was level in all directions and spread out. I don't see any harm in leaving the PVC there, so I'm gonna leave the PVC. So I'm gonna clean up the area a little bit, and I'm gonna try and drop the tank in here. Hopefully it works. Level, baby. It's level, it's mint. There's a whole lot of this project left to go, so I'm a little too excited for nothing. But now I'm going to at least be able to fill it up. So before I fill it up, I'm gonna clean it out. It's pretty dirty, and I don't really want it to be swimming in or just relaxing in dirty water. So I'm gonna go in there with some paper towels, clean it out a little bit before I start filling it up. We'll fill it up, and by tomorrow, maybe I can hang out in it for a little bit before I start on the surrounding area. So today we're going to be putting out some garden liner, and we're going to use some garden staples in order to keep it down in place. And this is just to prevent the weeds from growing back after we put down the rock layer. You definitely obviously want to try and resist that as much as possible. So we're going to lay down a line, and then we're going to cross over it a little bit so that the weeds have a real hard time crawling up underneath. I'm sure it's very possible that they will. All right, nothing to it but to do it, so let's get it done. You have the Intex filter pump. This is good for us. At least why we chose it was because you don't have to replace the filter. You just put another sandbag in there, and the sandbag lasts for like a year or so. You're good there, and it's just gonna be naturally filtered. This is a stop for the water, so what you do is connect this to the inlet pipe, and you can just turn off the water if you need. Then you have the outlet, so the water coming out to be cleaned and going into the filter, it needs a port for the water and debris to come through. So I couldn't really find one that fit our needs that well, so what we're gonna do is make this work. This is a shower drain, and essentially it just pops off here, and it has a little rubber grommet. It's going to go from the inside out, so this side on the inside. The rubber piece, I'm gonna buy another one just because I would like to have it, just for caution's sake. That'll go on the outside as well, so it's pushing in, it's double pressurized, and then I'll have to get some kind of connectors to fit to the pump itself. Not sure how that's gonna work. I'm just gonna go Home Depot, bring this, see what the things are, and then I'll put all the measurements below. So you need a 2 3/4 drill bit for your input. We're gonna do that where we're gonna be hiding it underneath the bench that's gonna be over there. And then the output We're gonna put it over here so that somewhere around here, about a quarter of the way away from the input injet, so that it works efficiently. So I'm gonna take my rubber band, I'm gonna put this somewhere below the water line, but towards the top, mark it, and then drill it. 2 holes. Now it's time to get a file, sand down the edges, add the pieces we made. You're gonna take the injet that came with the package. You're gonna have this piece hosing on the opposite side facing upward. You're gonna have the rubber grommet on this side. And I'm gonna put it through. You're gonna tighten the hand tight, you don't wanna break it. Now we have a jet. Yeah, baby. Next, we're gonna do that side with the piece we just made. You want to be very careful with your fingers here because this is extremely sharp and it will send you to the hospital.
And here is the final reveal of our stock tank pool, and I am so excited to jump in, but stay tuned because we're going to be sharing more content on building out a deck and so much more that's happening along our journey. See you guys next time.
Hot.